and son was a Christmas present that turned into a #1 CD. Now, to tell us all about this wonderful story, I have in the studio Mama Blue, Olive May, and son, Steve Romick. Welcome both to Blues on the Hill.
Nice to see you.
Now, tell us about this wonderful CD, this Christmas present with a difference.
Well, I decided a couple of years ago that rather than give Mum a Christmas present, I'd heard some recordings of her. Yeah, yes,
That's better.
yes, cool. I decided instead of
Giving me a Christmas
instead
present,
of
he
giving
was
a
going to
Christmas
record
present,
me.
that's right. I've sort of got a prompter here. It's useless otherwise. And I'd heard Mum recorded in various times using backing tracks and things like that, and I decided that that's probably not the way. I wanted to have something better to remember her by. Not that she's in the mood to be remembered at the moment. She's still very much alive and kicking. So I said to her, I'm going to record you next year. And the funny thing was, she forgot all about it. She said, "For God's sake, Steve," just before Christmas, she said, "For God's sake, don't give me another CD for Christmas." I was always giving her CDs. You like this one?
Yeah. So what a wonderful present.
It was wonderful. I actually was most surprised at the way it turned out. I didn't think I was that good.
And then you find out you've got a #1 CD on the Australian Blues and Roots charts.
Yes, that was a big surprise. But then he works very hard as my manager over here.
Yeah, I'm the engine room.
He is. He does all the work, and I just sit there and sing a song. I've got the easy job. He's got all the hard work.
So how long did it take? When did the project start? So Steve, how long was it in your mind before you put it to Olive? Okay, we're going in the studio. When did you come up with this brilliant idea?
Well, the idea was that we decided that we would spend a bit of time deciding on which way you wanted to go. Mum's been a jazz singer for a long time, and it was a matter of doing jazz tracks and stuff. And she said she had backing tracks, but I said, "I'm not interested in doing that. I want to play everything." So she said, "Oh, jazz is very hard." And I've been playing jazz and stuff for years, but she decided to do the blues stuff because she liked the old blues singers. And once we went through and determined which songs were going to be done, I did some rough tracks to a click track with guitar and vocal. Mum came in did vocals and I did vocals. And then I took it to a friend of mine, Mike Kelly, who I'd recorded with years before, did an album called The Friday Sessions, which I would have put in your little hand today. But
Would have loved to have played that, but that'll be next time.
Next, I'll have it to you soon.
Very good.
And he was always putting it off, He said the drums there, and 2 or 3 months later, he said, "You've done those drums yet?" He says, "Oh no, I've got to do some work for my wife Kay and all this," and he was, putting it off and putting it off. And eventually Kay, his wife, said, "For goodness sake, Mike, do these drum tracks. I'm sick of tripping over this drum kit." And that was it. 2 days later, we had the drum tracks. It was a hallelujah. So I got them, laid them down, and then started building it. I spent about 3 or 4 days doing all the guitars, and a couple of days doing the backing vocals. I got my son and my daughter in, Jess and Josh, to come in and do backing vocals on some of the tracks as well. And then it was just a simple matter of mixing and mastering and designing the album cover and all that sort of stuff. And before you knew it, there we were. We had a product.
So how long in the studio, actual recording time for Olive? How long did it take to get all the vocals down?
Not very long. I just do it the first time and that's it.
We should mention that Olive is
6 years old.
76. So
I'm 6 years old, not 76.
most 76-year-olds wouldn't be in a recording studio, you would think.
No, they might be in a nursing home.
They might be too.
Yeah. They might not even be with us. Yeah.
Now, you've got a new one coming out. You're gonna do a live one for us, and this is off your new one. So we're jumping ahead here, but
The as yet unrecorded new one, which you've got a
We
few
haven't
songs.
recorded it yet. We haven't got round to doing all that yet.
you're going to give us a preview of a new track.
Yeah.
This is a lovely little ballad.
Oh, you
What's
enjoy
it called?
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Oh, we won't tell you all about it.
Yeah,
We
so
want it
it's
to be a
a
bit of a
surprise.
surprise.
All right then.
It's a yeah. It's called Till the Next Man Comes Around.
Okay, take it away.
I love my man, yes I do, with a love that's deep and wide. But it hurts me right down to my soul to think he's got more than one girl on the side. So I'll sharpen my knife, get out the nightshade, polish my coat, 45. Now that man, he won't be able to wander when he's laying 6 feet under. Well, I cry, I weep and I moan, I sing a sad, sad song. I won't find no consolation till the next man comes along. Love my man, yes I do, with a love so sweet and true. But he drinks that moonshine whiskey, and when he loves me, can't follow through. So I'll sharpen my knife, get out the nightshade, polish my coat, 45. That man, he won't be. And I'm drinking, I'm weeping, I'm moaning, I sing a sad, sad song. But I won't find no consolation till the next man comes along. I love my man, yes I do. It almost takes my breath away, but he just sits round the house while I go out and earn my pay. Well, I'll sharpen my knife, get out the nightshade, polish my coat, 45. Well, that man, he won't complain no more when he's getting more rest than he bargained for. And I cry, I weep and I moan, I sing a sad, sad song. But I won't find no consolation till the next man comes along. No, I won't find no consolation till the next man comes along.
Yeah.
Isn't that a sweet little ballad?
Isn't that beautiful?
Live blues, folks. Blues on the Hill. That was Mama Blue and Son. All right, you gonna tell us about the song now? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, well, I was actually driving home with it. A lot of there's some of the blues songs that we've been doing have been things like, oh yeah, sorry about that, yeah. Geez, this mic looks vaguely disturbing.
What it is, we moved the mic for Steve's guitar, you see, and we just forgot to put it back up again. That's all right. Now you can hear it.
Yeah, so a lot of the, like we've been doing this song, Judge, please, Mr. Judge.
Why don't you listen before you open up your court?
Judge, take me, take me to the electric
Send me
chair
to the
and stuff.
electric chair.
It's
She's
just,
filled
sort
up
of
with
murder and mayhem and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be nice to write a sweet ballad about a woman who gets annoyed with the men, so she bumps them off. And it just
Great
appealed to
track.
me. So looking forward when we do it. I want to get a sort of roundhouse piano thing
Oh,
in
it
there,
rolls
and
along.
some,
Beautiful.
and some
Yeah.
really nice sort of lap steel and
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Yeah, I can imagine some piano in the background.
yeah,
Yeah.
double bass,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Although it's just as good stripped back. I mean, that was, that
well,
was great.
he's very lucky I remembered all the words
Yeah,
and
Well, I
got
was
the right key.
I was watching you and starting to panic. I could see your brain working.
But I've got a very good memory. A really good memory. I never use pieces of paper when I perform. I don't have anything. I might have a list there, but that's to know what one I've got to do next. But I don't have any words written down.
That's great.
I can because I used to be in amateur theatre, see, and I had to learn script.
So let's talk about your background then. You've been singing all your life and been in amateur theatre and things like. Why has it taken so long for you to get onto a record?
Well, as I say to everybody else, you can't rush these things. No. But no, I've always wanted to, but you never find anyone to back me.
Okay.
And I gave birth to him, you know what I mean? It's silly, isn't it? I should have knocked on his door earlier.
She rediscovered me a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I've forgotten about you. Where have you been?
Well, it's just that some company.
Oh yeah, you've got to get grey hair and wrinkles to do this stuff. Otherwise, you can't see these young chicks out there doing this sort of thing. They can't do this.
Oh, some of them can.
I suppose they can. The ones you like to watch anyway.
Well, let's talk about the experience. So you've been on Neil Mitchell. You went on to, I heard you on ABC Radio. You had an interview there as well.
With Waleed Ali.
You
on
did,
the-
yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
it
What
was
was Neil Mitchell? How was that experience?
Well, he's lovely.
He's a lovely man.
He's great.
He's
actually,
fabulous.
we're grateful to him because he actually kept playing our CD on his show.
Well, that's
And,
fantastic.
And Dennis Walter heard it on the way in and he liked it. And he's been playing it as well.
While we're talking about you then, because you've obviously had a lot of experience, you've produced before, and we talked about Russell Morris. You were on the ARIA nominated CD.
Yeah, that's
Big,
nice,
isn't it? It's his first ARIA nomination as well. So
Well, I've had one song that I've written on a #1 album. Russell's album went to #1, so I've been on that and getting an ARIA and all that stuff would be. Look, bloody hell, I hope he gets it. He deserves it. I mean, he's worked really, really hard.
It is, yeah.
You know,
It's fabulous.
Yeah.